Today we're going to be talking about the importance of a growth mindset, how much of an influence it has in your life. Before anything is done, there needs to be a set intention for the things that you are pursuing. There needs to be a set intention for the thing you are trying to do. Your mindset is key to everything because you set it at a certain kind of level and then you move towards your desired outcome through action. Now, there are two different kinds of mindsets if you're not aware that you can be tuned into, that you might be aligned with. It's either or the other. So, a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Meaning, a mindset that is willing to improve and the other one which is stagnant on their belief. Fixed mindset meaning you are fixed on a certain kind of thinking, certain kind of understanding, that there can be no kind of thing that will change. You are stagnant. And a growth mindset, which means to be open for improvement, to be able to see that there can be change and not be stagnant, essentially moving. So usually when it comes to these two mindsets, most people also struggle with this kind of mindset, which is a fixed mindset, because they're stuck in their ways. They don't believe that anything can change. They don't believe that they can improve. That things are the way they are and they're always supposed to be the way they are. They have no control of the situation. But a growth mindset gives you power and control whereby you understand that there is an ability to grow, there's an ability to change, and I can influence that change through my actions. But first, it begins in the mind. To truly understand and believe that there can be a certain kind of change, difference. But that is a conscious choice one makes. You can see people around you that you might know, friends, acquaintances, family members, etc. They might be stuck in their ways. They might have a certain kind of comfortability. They might be comfortable in the position they're in. And if they have a desire to change something, they deem it automatically impossible to achieve. Henceforth, the mindset is fixed. But if one were to think in the opposite kind of thought pattern, it would be different. And this goes along for any kind of particular area that you might be thinking of. This has an appliance for every kind of area, whether it's your health, your education, your career. It is of importance to have that understanding. The importance of the differences in your mindset. It determines everything that you do. Before you go into something, what is my mind set on? What is my intention? It is extremely important to have a growth mindset. Because if you have a fixed mindset, you will always come up with excuses and undermine yourself of what you can actually do, or the potential that might lie within you. The actions you can take to move forward. Now, that kind of aspect isn't too uncommon when you look at the broad spectrum of most individuals. Having a fixed mindset, we see them all around us. The inability to change because of the mind. It is you who set the limitations. But it begins with having an awareness of what a growth mindset is, how it differs from a fixed mindset, and then try to apply it to your life. A slight change in perspective can have a huge difference in your continued growth. If you want to grow, it's your choice. You choose. In most cases, if you're looking to pursue something that you find valuable, that you yearn for, that you think about, that is far in the future, you require a growth mindset in order to achieve this. But the pattern of having a fixed mindset might come back because things change. The way you feel change. Your emotions change. So if your emotions change, your thoughts change, right? So if your thoughts change, then your emotions change, right? You start thinking in a certain kind of way, whereby you start to doubt yourself, especially when you've implemented a new kind of mindset, right? The aspect whereby you start to come in and criticize yourself on multiple aspects, even though you're putting in the effort. That kind of thought pattern is destructive at times, but if there is a discipline that is implemented. As I mentioned previously, if you have a desire to pursue something in the future of greatness, something that is extraordinary, you'll require this kind of mindset. And we might fluctuate sometimes, especially when the journey gets tough, obstacles come. You enter a certain kind of fixed mindset. Right? You fluctuate, whereby self-doubt comes in. You start to question why you even began in the first place. You start to bring up all the different kind of mistakes you made to discredit yourself. Right? The thoughts that come up of hopelessness when you're facing some kind of adversity. At times you might think, why am I doing this? You start to question the aspect of why you even began moving in the first place. You've simply forgotten. That usually happens when you're in low morale. You gotta try to stick to the growth mindset. The understanding that you can achieve more, that you can move forward, that you can be better, that you can do what you desire, reach what you desire, acquire what you desire. But that's a personal kind of decision one makes, a commitment. For comparing the two options, I'm quite sure that you look at the benefits and you look at the deficits. One is better than the other. With a fixed mindset, you will not move forward. Your mindset will be stuck on the same kind of position, not having any capability of thinking forward, thinking further ahead, thinking on another level. Growth mindset, you'll be able to grow. A mindset that will create growth. As long as you put in effort, as long as you do the things that you need to do in order to grow. Belief coupled with action. So that is why a growth mindset that's why it's important. So keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. That's all.